But we are going to return now to our top focus this evening. Coincidentally, that is a conversation, for starters, with Rajeev Chandrasekhar, senior leader BJP and former union minister. But I must ask you, Mr. Chandrasekhar, and catch you by surprise, since we were talking about the draft rules, and you were such a key part, have been such a key part of this process. How do the rules protect citizens and guarantee their privacy and safety?
Look, the digital data protection law that was passed by Parliament in 23 as in August 23, as Vasudha mentioned, is a landmark legislation because it for the first time, in a sense, codifies the Supreme Court's finding that privacy is a fundamental right, and this law essentially operationalizes that in the digital ecosystem. It's a very, very modern law. It's a very contemporary law, far more evolved than the European GDPR, and does a very important thing. It addresses both the issue of citizens' rights as well as allow innovation in the data ecosystem to continue. So for many, many countries, this has been looked at as a binary. It's either citizens' rights or innovation. And I think India is showing the way to the world in terms of how a legislation can balance both and address both. So the rules, the draft rules have been ready for a while. And I think I'm glad that it has come out now publicly for consultation, because the rules effectively operationalize the act.
Right.
It creates the data disputes board, and many other details, including how the citizens have rights. How do you approach the board for breaches, and so on and so forth. So the rules, I haven't seen the draft rules yet, and I look forward to participating in the consultation as well.
So let's get you to put on your politician's cap. That was more your technocrat's cap over there. And let's focus a little bit about the Delhi elections coming up. And there have been several statements made by the Prime Minister today. The Aam Aadmi Party has countered that. But one of the big allegations made by the Aam Aadmi Party on the Delhi election trail is that the BJP is tampering with voter lists in the city. How do you respond?
Look, Vishnu, let's be clear about this is not a new strategy. This is something that between Rahul Gandhi and Kejriwal and many other parties in the India alliance, they've almost perfected this to an art form, which is, as you get close to an election, they will trot out these allegations. Remember in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, Rahul Gandhi came up and said, we are going to amend the constitution and do away with reservations. And so their entire political strategy seems to be, let's get some misinformation out there, hope some of that sticks. If that doesn't stick, let's follow it up with another lie or another fake piece of information. So look, this is, in my opinion, if they have proof of it, the Election Commission is the place to go. I remember in my own election in Thiruvananthapuram, there were 60,000 fake electoral people on the rolls. And we went to the EC, and the EC did what they have to do. There is a laid down procedure for all this. Just flaying around with it and making these weird allegations, hoping that something would stick and therefore give them some political tailwind, I think is a strategy that has been tried and it has failed repeatedly. It will fail again here.
How does the BJP differentiate between your policies and what the BJP calls the Aam Aadmi Party's Revdi culture? Isn't it the same thing?
No, look, I think there's a very, very material difference, Vishnu. Today the Honorable Prime Minister referred to AAP as APDA. APDA is disaster in English. And there is a lot of substance to that accusation, because we are seeing today the absolute politics and corruption all rolled into one play out in Himachal Pradesh, play out in Karnataka. Don't do any governance. You come on the back of all these fake promises and promises that you make to the people of the state, whether it is Himachal, Karnataka or Delhi in the case of Aam Aadmi Party. And you promise them that you will be a good government, you will be transparent, you will be corruption free, you will not align with the Congress, we will not live lavishly. And in the process of the 5 years, 8 years, 10 years, you do exactly everything that is opposite, as if the confidence gave you the trust that the difference is materially this in terms of economics. The BJP believes in growing the economy.
All right, apologies.
Grows, increase the outlay to people that require it.
Right.
Versus.
Rajeev, your signal is freezing up. We'll try and come back to you if we can a little later on. But thanks so much for sharing those thoughts with us.